Hey gang, yeah, this is Rod again. I'm going to try to do this in one take. This is what you would call a mobile backpack 6-inch sluice setup with a, give us a look, 350 gallon per hour pump with a voltage regulator, and also, yeah, with the backpack and also with the carry handle for the bait pump, for the shovel and the actual sluice. So I'm going to, as I said, going to try and do this in one take. So some of it will be at a bit of a distance, but I'll come round into shot now and I'll make a start. So as you can see, nice and easy to hold, walk along with. That's this part taken care of. And I think I'll put that just to the side. We'll actually take out the bait pump and the shovel, and it's all held together with an adjustable tie down, which I actually found when I was walking. So can't win lotto, but I found a tie down, so I'll go with that. That's better than nothing. And also what I'll do is I'll show you, this is all the low Bunnings mat. And I've been noticing, although I've got numerous different mats for this, silicon mats and AstroTurf and what have you, miner's moss, I see most of the gold up the front. So I thought, well, why not just make one with all that? And I've got to catch a little nugget trap at the end, which we'll get to. So, and I've actually found this little guy. I noticed it straight away. It's a long length. Hang on, if I put this down, it'll fall over. But yeah, it's a long length of what was at the bottom of the door, and they normally have rubber attachment. And I looked at it, I thought, oh, that's absolutely perfect for the 6-inch sluice, just to create a bit of disturbance. And it would actually also hold a mat in if need be. So I just thought that was good value, and I've only just cut it to size and fitted it, if that's the correct term. Now, in the backpack, what I'll do is I'll grab this. So we got all that. That's a good old sluice. Someone was meant to come round today, but Generation Stupid, turns out they had a job on and decided just not to ring me. So yeah, good on you. But in here, this goes on the back, of course, being a backpack. But yeah, the whole point is carry suitcase kind of arrangement for that part of the equation, and the rest on the back, and just make life easier. So obviously we've got a pan. This is like Christmas. We've got a little plastic shovel. I've got a metal one from Bunnings, but it adds to the weight. Gloves. Now this is off a vacuum cleaner, but you'll notice the little the little wing nut grub screws and wing nuts. That goes into here, and it actually attaches up very nicely. Hang on, sorry. Attaches up very nicely, and I get a pretty even flow out of here. So that's that part. So there's your nozzle, and it gets put into place by the wing nut. I won't mess around and do it today, it'll take too long. So that's that part. Okay, back over to here. Good old snuffer bottle, of course. And also, yeah, to break things up, we have the miner's pick. They are one of the best tools I've discovered. That and a bait pump, I think, are possibly the two best tools. And we've got the 350 gallon per hour. And what I like about this guy is it's got the XT60 connection. Plug and play, that's what you want. Now if we come here, hopefully I can get this undone on camera without too much of an issue. So far so good. Yeah, so it's nice to have this little pocket too, so you don't lose things that are important. So, give us a look, what do we got? There's the voltage regulator, power in, power out. This guy here, this goes on the little lithium battery, once again, power out. And if we dig into the bag of tricks, here's our lithium battery. about $170 worth. Not bad. I don't really like these kind of terminals, to be honest, because they poke up, they protrude, and they could break. Luckily I didn't throw away the little plastic tabs, so it can't short out inside the bucket or anything as I'm transporting it. But oh well, we're here, might as well take that off. So if we can do it one-handed, we're doing pretty good. And with the XT, the top rounded section is always the negative. So just slip it on. I'm not going to run the pump, but just for ease to show you how it all goes together. So we've got that guy. Then we have the input. Oh, actually, yeah, hang on. No, this guy here will go to the pump. That will go to that. And then out of the pump, I've messed it up. Basically this goes in between the pump and the battery, so that's all good. Now, out of here we have our pipe, our flexible pipe. Yeah, sorry about that, but basically pump to voltage regulator, battery, voltage regulator, pump. How dumb am I? And in here we have the nugget trap. And the idea being that it's got like a little baffle. It's got some miner's moss sitting in the bottom. Then we've got a bit of punch plate, which once again, coming out your bugger. This is, with two hands, it's a lot easier to move. No, I can't do it, but it comes out on the angle to the other corner down the bottom. And then you've got like a baffle system with what I consider to be a nugget catcher, and that will go at the end of the sluice. Probably have to dig down just a couple of inches just to get it below that. But what I might do is, I might just go back and I'll just put this down, and I'm going to put the legs on the sluice just to show you. With these guys here, we have little 3/16 grub screws. I had to pay 13 bucks for 10 of them on eBay. Bunnings, to my surprise, only about $4.80 for 10 wing nuts, 3/16. I quite often buy stuff like that on AliExpress, but sometimes they give you the wrong sizes. So I'm just going to put the legs on the sluice. Should only take just a minute or so. Hopefully you don't get bored while I'm doing it. Bear with me. All I have to do is undo the grub screws and wing nuts. There's no bolts going in, it's just held in by pressure. This sits at the very top, the top of the bracket. That took all of 20 seconds. So it's a nice quick assembly. This guy here, he goes up to the contour here of the flange, whatever you wish to call it. Now, while I've got two hands free, maybe we can get this thing happening. That's better, that gives you an idea. So that's going to be placed at the end of this guy here. And material will run in there. Anything that hasn't been caught in here will go in there, and then other material will come out. But the heavier stuff should get trapped by either the moss or by the punch plate. As well, while I'm here, waste your time for 20 more seconds, put the other legs on. The grub screws are good. I was going to do with the screwdriver, and I thought we can improve on that. And if you lose the screwdriver in your travels, a little bit more. Yeah, if you lose the screwdriver, it becomes a bit of a pain. So we got that guy in. He's pretty good. Match it up by eye. Once again, it just goes level with the top of the bracket, or it falls out. Do it up. loosen this off to get the angle. That's all pretty good. We do the rear one and we're nearly done. These are done up nice and tight because you don't want them to wiggle out and lose them in your travels. Although in theory they should just fall into the backpack, of course. Come up we come. And once again up to the top. So this is really quite an easy little assembly. This piece of channel, it was $7 from Bunnings. So, and the brackets, they came from AliExpress. There were 5 in a packet, 10 by 10 high, 10 wide by 10 high. They were about $6 with postage. And then we got the handle from Bunnings, that was $5. So you should be picking that up pretty good. I guess while I'm here, I might as well put this guy on. These are pretty short wing nuts actually, so they can be a little bit annoying to get on, but we'll try our luck. There you go, that's one. I'll do the other one. And this is just a cloth tape, it's nice and flexible, it does the job. You can see this hopefully into there. But you wouldn't think it'd be that much of a mess around to get a wing nut on. It's probably because I'm just trying to show it to the camera. But come on you go. We've got it started, so that's all good. So okay, there's your nozzle, your legs, and yeah, that will dig into the ground a little. I could even probably attach it like that, just have it level, but then you'd have material coming back out, so you'd have to drill some holes at the top here to let material go out if you're going to do it like that. And I'm going to dig it down a little just below this hole here. But we'll leave that like that. Then you have your hose, which, excuse me, this way here, into there, nice easy slip-in fit. And then this guy, once again, a nice easy slip-in fit onto there. I don't need a clamp for that, a radiator clamp. I have on this end. So, okay, at this point in time, there's all that. So this is all coming out of the backpack. This is all pretty cool. As I said, voltage regulator, that's handy. That's from J-Car about 50 bucks ago, but I do have some from AliExpress, but this guy's a little bit more precise. So, what else is in the backpack? The backpack was on eBay. I saw a dude in Officeworks, I think he was a bike courier, and he had a big tub-like backpack. I thought, geez, that's pretty handy. So what we have here is a couple of buckets. I'll come back over. Now, so there's a view of the setup. It's all come out of that backpack, which is kind of cool in my eyes. So we can just wander a couple of 100 metres down to the river from wherever you're parked. Now, for the sluice as you're feeding it. Now we have the classifier. Yes, good, came out nice and easy. So we've got a bucket classifier with the bucket, just slips into it obviously, and basically I like this handle setup. You can just hold it with two hands and twist it. Underneath here we've got a couple of little 3/16 cross members just to stop the bottom from falling out. And as mentioned, it all goes into that backpack. This here into the sluice, all of that, this and that, just charging up a fan with another motorcycle battery. That's a 30 watt with a voltage regulator, 2.5 amps, so that keeps it all nice for that battery. And there's your whole setup with classifiers, and basically once you fill a bucket you can turn the other bucket upside down and sit on it while you're feeding the sluice. And like I said, the XT60 connections, just plug and play. Yeah, battery to the regulator to the pump. Have I got that right? Battery, yeah, of course. Yeah, so in between the pump and the battery you need to have a regulator. Slow it down for when it comes out of here. So, and this isn't bad, this works well. And if need be, just sit a branch on that to change the angle if you feel it's coming out too much. Or, as mentioned, you can also use the regulator. And as also mentioned, like I said, this 1mm mat, it's anti-slip mat from Bunnings. I quite often seem to get most of the gold at the front, so I thought it'd be quite interesting to run one with the whole length. And just this little part here for some disturbance, and then into this guy at the rear. And that, my friends, is what I call a mobile gully setup. Yeah, suitcase style carrier for the bait pump and the shovel, just in one hand, and the backpack on your back, and job done. Leaves you a free hand to scratch your nose if need be, or to move a bush out of your way. So happy travels, waiting for a bit more spring rain to move things about a bit, but we might go and have a dig around this weekend. Cheers.